Hello, fellow Chimera and Signbright here. Welcome to episode 8 of Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 2 Showdown. So, in the last episode, things got pretty unexpected as we had to collect 5 audio logs belonging to Hope and Jones. So, when collecting these 5 audio logs, we hear a conversation between Hope and Jones. And the first audio log can be found at the outskirts of Wonkyland and Scribbly Shores at one of the elite's bases where Jules is at. And when interacting with the audio log, we see and hear that Hope and Jones were discussing their thoughts on the elites. And Hope seems to trust them, while Jones is a bit skeptic about them, saying they're very violent forward. But again, Hope trusts them, and saying that Jules will probably help them to turn the tides against the Dark Voyager since she's working on something. And the second audio log can be found in the exact same spot where the Order's third audio log is, in the outskirts of Wonkyland. And interacting with that audio log, we hear a conversation between Hope and Jones discussing about no other than about the 0-point shards that the Dark Voyager has collected. And according to Hope and Jones, if the Dark Voyager were to repair the 0-point, it's game over for the Omniverse, which is entirely true, by the way. If the man were to repair the 0-point. Give me a moment. Anyways, so after hearing that, the third audio log can be found at the Frigid Fortress. Anyways, before I was really interrupted, we hear a conversation of Hope and Jones discussing their thoughts on the Exalted Ice King. And it seems that even though they're facing a dire situation against the Dark Voyager, they had to apparently talk about the Exalted Ice King, about his treasures he collected. And Jules said something about his favorite toy. And it reveals that Jones said to not let the Foundation know that she said that. Which, yeah, I don't think the Foundation will like being called the Ice King's favorite toy. So after that, the fifth audio log can be found at New Sanctuary, and after interacting with it, we then hear a conversation of Hope and Jones, of Jones being worried about Hope, and it's more about her powers, which makes sense because her powers are acting kind of odd now. So she's starting to think that her visions are now getting blocked, which is kind of weird, which again makes sense. Her powers are acting weird. But Jones reassures her that everything's going to be fine. And hopefully they're going to win this battle against the Dark Voyager. And the last audio log can be found here again at New Sanctuary at one of the other 7 outposts. And this time, this is where things get really interesting. Because by interacting with that audio log, we hear a conversation between Hope and Jones discussing about their dire situation now against the Dark Voyager. And Hope was asking Jones if there's anyone he can contact, and Jones did have someone he can contact because he mentioned someone, he said her, and saying that she's dangerous and saying that the Foundation won't like it, but Hope trusts Jones and hopefully he will call this person, which this person reveals to be no other than Dr. Sloan herself, which is kind of crazy because we haven't seen Sloan for a very long time. And it makes sense for the Foundation not to like it because the Foundation and Dr. Sloan had history. So, with all that said, let's now do this secret standard weekly story quest of decrypting a recording from the scientists at a holotable. So, let's do this. Decrypt message.
The scientist. Status. Lost to the chrome. Everything's my fault, so whatever happens to me, I deserve it. I'm sorry it ended like this.
I'm sorry I didn't find you in time. I'm going to make you proud.
Damn. But that's pretty tragic. Wait, the scientist blames himself? But does he blame himself for what happened with the chrome? Wait a minute. So that recording could be taking place in Chapter 3, Season 3. Because, as you know, back in Chapter 3, Season 3, Vibing, the scientist asked us to figure out what's going on with the Zero Point. Why is it acting weird lately? Even though we finally defeat the Imagined Order. And now it makes sense. The scientist blames himself for what's going on with the chrome. Like, my God, and that's tragic, man. Man. As you guys know, the scientist alongside with Jones is one of my favorite Fortnite characters alongside with Jones. And of course, my favorite banana boy, Peely. See, hearing this from the scientist is really sad and tragic. Him blaming himself for what's happening. Thinking that he deserved the end of the fall of the Seven. That's tragic. And also, now we know that the Amy that we are listening to back in Chapter 7 Season 1 is the same Amy. So yeah, that was it. Again, that's pretty tragic. The scientist blaming himself for what's going on? Man. I mean, obviously we can't blame him. He didn't know what was going on. I mean, I can't blame him because I don't. He didn't know what was happening. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching episode 8 of Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 2 Showdown. And in the next episode, we will see more secret standard weekly story quests coming very, very soon. Give us more indication of the story. And now, hearing that the scientist blames himself for the outcome of what happened to the Seven, yeah, let's say it's pretty sad. So, comment down below what your favorite things to do in Fortnite. Creativity, buying players, Fortnite Ballistic, Fortnite Reload, the arrival of Fortnite Chapter 1 Season 8 OG, Fortnite Save the World, and the new Fortnite Reload Elite Stronghold map. And comment down below what your favorite moments in Fortnite Chapter 7 Season 2 Showdown, Chapter 1 Season 8 OG, Fortnite Save the World. Anyway, comment down below what Fortnite theories you want me to discuss and debunk, and I'll gladly make videos about them. Subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to turn on notifications so you won't miss any videos from me. And I'll see all of you in the next episode for more secret standard weekly story quests, or other story quests as well. Bye.